finally doing a hair tutorial on the curls that I usually wear almost every day, and I said that I would do a hair tutorial a long time ago and I never got to it. I was pregnant, having babies, and just super busy, but now I'm super excited to bring this tutorial to you. And it's a very easy hairstyle to do. I do it very often just because it takes 15 minutes and then I can wear it for 3 days because I don't wash my hair every night. And you just kind of wake up, throw some dry shampoo in it, and toss a little bit, and you're ready to go. So I hope that you enjoy this tutorial. There's probably going to be a few distractions because I've got 2 kids in the background, so that's just how it is these days. But I hope you enjoy, and if you have any questions, please leave them below, and don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel. Enjoy! Okay, so I'm going to be working with day 2 hair. It's not freshly washed, but you can just do this with freshly washed hair. It will work just as well, but it probably works, in my opinion, a little bit better when it's got something to cling to. But if your hair is freshly washed, and even if it's not, I like to start with dry shampoo. And this is by Batiste. It's my favorite, and the blush scent is definitely my favorite. I also like the blonde hair one because when my roots, when you can start to see my roots, I like to spray it, and it really helps conceal roots. But that's beside the point. What I'm going to do is just kind of take this and spray it in each little section of my hair, and definitely around the hairline, and then in the back. And then just kind of lift up some pieces, and it just kind of helps give it some volume, I think. It's not necessarily because my hair is dirty, but just for volume. Then I'm going to put up a section of my hair. I like to do it in 3 different sections, so I'll kind of go right above where right at my ears, and pull that up. Hi, baby. That leaves me with these 2 sections like this. I'm going to take my curling iron. This is just a Conair curling iron, and I believe it had a clamp, and I think I took it off. And the top is broken, so it's like a ghetto curling iron, but it works great, and when it stops working I'll buy a new one, but it works just fine for me right now. So I'm going to take this right here, and I'd say it's probably about 1 inch wide. Alright, so I'm going to take my curling iron and I'm going to point it down, and I'm going to wrap it away from my face, and then I'm going to leave about 1.5 inches of hair out at the bottom. And I don't start right up next to my scalp either. I kind of leave that out as well. And then just let it fall. Okay. And then I will take this section right here. And depending on how thick your hair is, you might have more sections. Now I'm going to take some texturizing spray. This is the KENRA dry texture spray, and I just kind of spray it on there and then run my fingers through it. The point of this is to not have perfect ringlet curls. It's just kind of like a wave. So that's done. Now I'm going to take down the next section of my hair, and I'm going to take about this much around about my temple, well, a little bit above my temples, and start on the next section. that I'm doing it, the curls towards my face and away from my face, towards my face and away from my face. That way it's not like one perfect wave in my head, if that makes sense. So this one is going away, and the pieces next to my face I will always do away from my face. Okay, now that section is done, and I'm going to take my texturizing spray and just spray that, and then run my fingers through it. Okay, now the top section. Okay, so you're going to part your hair where you naturally part it, and then you will take the pieces. I always start from the front of my head back. That's up to you whether you want to work from the back to the front, but I always find this easiest, and I always start with this side for some reason. So this is a piece close to my face, so I'm going to do it away from my face. So I will take this part, and I'm gonna brush these pieces out as I go, just because I have not brushed my hair today, and yesterday it was in a messy bun all day, and so it's a little tangled. Trying to do hair with a baby is difficult. That's why most days I'm wearing a cap. Ain't nobody got time for that. But. Okay, so for this last piece right here, I'm going to do it away from my face.
Mom.
What, sweetie?
Ken.
The bangs are always a little tricky. Not that I have bangs, but this piece is shorter than the rest of the hair, and you don't want it to be like all curled up in your face. So just the bottom part of it's curled, and then I'm going to.
I wanted to do it.
Okay, hold on. Okay, here. Okay, so last, this is optional, but I do not like flat hair. It drives me crazy, and I'm from Texas, so
Are you almost done now?
I take this top part like this, and then I spray the dry texturizing spray just kind of at my root, and then I will tease it with just a rat tail comb, and then flip it that way, and then I'll take a section underneath that and spray it and tease it, and make sure you smooth the pieces out just so it doesn't look like a rat's nest. Okay, so there's that. So yeah, here's the finished product, and it's super easy, super simple, and it will last you a couple days if you're like me and you don't wash your hair every day. This is a great hairstyle because you just kind of wake up and go for a few days. Here's what it looks like in the back. And yeah, I highly recommend the KENRA dry texturizing spray, just because it helps hold these curls. I am not really a fan of hairspray, so I don't use that very often. Sometimes I'll use it at the very top when I tease, just so that I don't have little baby hair sticking up. But this helps keep the curls for a few days, and like I said, you can wake up tomorrow. I'll wake up and just kind of tousle it a little bit and spray this, and I'm good to go. I don't even have to do my hair. So I hope that you enjoyed this tutorial, and I will see you guys soon. Bye.
My hair looks good. I did a good job.